Hey everyone, this is TC, your guiding chariot. Sending you guys lots of love today. Welcome to your daily reading. This is going to be for Monday, March 11th. Hope your week is off to a really good start. Okay, we're going to get into it. So we have a bunch of aspects. We have a lot. But the nice thing is that they are all amazing. Freaking amazing. I'm all about it. Yeah, they're all good. So we have two sextiles. There's so many, you're gonna see me peeking down a lot. So we have two sextiles. Moon is making a sextile to Neptune. The moon also makes a sextile to the sun. Both of these beautiful, beautiful energies. So sextile with Neptune, that really kind of just opens up our unconsciousness. So your awareness is gonna be very sensitive today, which is great. So great day to be open to some messages. You may get some divine guidance. This may be a great day to take like a few minutes out of the day just to meditate and kind of get centered and kind of just take in whatever the universe is trying to tell you and trying to share with you. The sextile with the sun and the moon, also great. It's kind of like your needs and your wants kind of meeting. It's easy to align. It's also easy to kind of get your heart and your mind together. So it's like knowing, you know what you desire, and it's easy for you to articulate it. It's easy for you to process it. Things just feel really good with this aspect, and everything kind of seems harmonious and balanced. There's kind of this sense of contentment. Like you're just kind of like in this like let it be kind of state of mind. Like things are good, so why am I gonna mess with it? Everything's balanced with this aspect. I'll take it. We also have two trines. So the moon is making a trine to Saturn, which we've had before. This is great because essentially this means there's some assistance Saturn is bringing if you can kind of accept the responsibility and just kind of commit to do the work. So, if your to-do list is getting a little long, like today there'll be some support if you just kind of like hunker down, all right, this is what I'm going to do. All right, I can get this done, do this done. And the more practical you can be about getting, your task done, the smoother things will be. So practicality is kind of the name of the game. We also have a trine between the moon and, I want to say Pluto. Yes, Pluto. I'm going to talk about the next two aspects kind of together because we have a trine to Pluto. The moon is also in conjunction to Mars. These two I think are kind of going to be playing with each other today. The conjunction with Mars, so it's almost like the two energies, are in the same spot since it's in a conjunction, so they're perfectly lined up. So emotionally, because again we're talking about our moon being in conjunction with Mars, our warring planet. So we could feel really opinionated today. I'm going to say you could feel really assertive. If left unchecked, it could be a little aggressive. You're going to be really, the feelings are going to be so strong today. They may kind of take over, and they can feel real dominant if you kind of let them go unchecked. But I think this is a great energy because it's going to give you a lot of internal push. There's going to be a lot of drive to go do and express, and what you're feeling, you're going to feel very strongly about it. It's going to be a very passionate feeling. I want to compare this to the Mars aspect because Mars again is our transformation planet. It's a very deep, kind of intense kind of energy. So a lot of times this aspect with the moon can bring disruptions and outbursts. But these outbursts tend to lead to something better or lead to some type of change or transformation. So I think these two aspects are going to be playing together a lot. You can be feeling very, very strongly about things that you may kind of have an outburst and just kind of like have some massive unload of feeling. But I think this is going to be a really good thing because with this aspect to Pluto, it's going to allow some shifts and some transitions. And definitely some major transformations for you on an emotional level, and maybe even physical, depending how that kind of translates. So lots of good things and good energies to kind of like just get things done, and I think shift the overall atmosphere because there's a lot of really positive, content, harmonious feelings with all the trines and the sextiles. And I want you to be aware of it because it's so good, especially with the trines. A lot of times these, they're easy aspects and they bring opportunity, but they need to be acted upon. You need to do something to be able to use those energies. Because sometimes it's so easy that it just slips right by us and we don't want to let that happen. So definitely engage today. do what feels right, follow your gut, because we have that aspect to Neptune. So following your intuition and following where you're led to be and doing what you're led to do, I think will do you a lot of good today. For our rune, we also got the rune of personal happiness. This is Wunjo. I love this because to me this is a very, I want to say specific rune, because it's really talking about one thing. It manifests in many ways. Like this rune covers a lot of stuff, but really this rune is about your personal happiness and joy and fulfillment. A lot of times this can speak to developing a certain interest and possibly hobbies that you're really, this makes me feel really good. I really enjoy it. I want to pursue this more. I want to get into this a lot deeper. So there's a little bit of that in there. But yeah, to me, it's always joy, it's happiness. I will say for some people, because I was thinking about it, this may lead to setting up some boundaries in a really good, healthy way. Because this rune is about your personal happiness, your personal enjoyment, what feels good to you. So if there's things that start to mess with that, or there's people who maybe they dump their problems on you and stress you out, or just kind of mess with that flow, this is a really good day to help you support. Kind of not necessarily cutting those people out, but setting up healthy boundaries, knowing, okay, so, I'm going to limit the amount of time I spend with this person because this person is always drama, or, I feel a certain way about when this person's around and how they interact with me or with people. I may put some distance there. So it's all kind of supportive of just what helps your personal well-being, so to speak. So I think that's going to be a big thing today. Where do you feel the most happy? Where do you feel the most content? Where do you feel the most stable? And for those of you who do need to set up boundaries, they're really just setting up boundaries just to protect that space. I don't necessarily think today is going to be full of anyone, messing with it. Today is just a big focus on, okay, this is my space. How do I, what comes in, what stays out? What do I allow in here? What feels good in here? All kinds of good stuff like that. So I think beautiful energies to start off our week. I think it's going to set us up for a great week. I know this past week some people were feeling like a lot of shifts and a lot of things changing, some things starting to settle, which is really great. I think through this week it's just going to be more and more of that, which will be amazing. Okay, so let's tilt this down, pull some cards for us. Ooh, got my alignment screwed up there a little bit. All right, so I almost didn't use an oracle deck today because I was kind of taking them all in, and I was like, meh, I'm not feeling any of them. But I was like, no, we need to have something. So I grabbed the Animal Spirit Oracle because I just love it so much. Let's do one more. All right, Spirit, what kind of medicine do we have? Oh, okay, that came out real quick. Nice. Check that out. Got the Raven. Prompt reads, you are the creator and magician. Use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and words. Connect with the elemental spirits and glide through the void. We talked about the void all last week. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. I'm almost kind of feeling this is going to last all week, this kind of shaman energy, but especially you being the creator and the magician. And I love how it's talked about connecting with elemental spirits, because we talked about this kind of hit to your intuition with Neptune. Your unconsciousness is going to be very, very sensitive, especially today. But I kind of feel like this Raven energy is kind of going to be lingering for the week. I feel like this one's going to last. But it's this magical connection and this almost otherworldly connection, let me put it that way. This kind of mystical link to the unknown, to the other side, to the void. I think there's going to be a lot of understanding coming this week. I still think there's going to be a lot of, physical manifestations, dreams being fulfilled. But I think we all are being very, very connected. And I think a lot of us may be going through some type of ascension as well with this card, with this kind of shamanistic energy. All right, Spirit, what do we need to know today? I know I felt 2. All right. We're going to take that. That's extra. Here, you hang on to that. So I'm using the Good Tarot today, which for those of you, especially for those of you who watch the monthlies, I tend to use this more as an oracle deck normally versus like a traditional tarot deck. Today I wasn't really feeling it. Oh, look at that. Bottom of the deck right now, Page of Water, so new beginnings. This is also very psychically connected. That's like my little like kind of priestess card in a way. So definitely intuition being a big thing. So I'm going to save that second cut. We're going to use that as maybe like some special advice. I'm going to save that to the end. So first card out, the Call card. This is the Judgment card in this deck. So listening to your purpose, hearing that divine call, being called forward. Look at that, 2 of Water. So this could be a, counterpart coming in. This could be a romantic connection. Fundamentally, the two of Water, the 2 of Cups is a soul connection. So there's definitely, and I feel like this is someone new, especially with this, Call card with the Judgment card coming in. I do feel this is someone new, not someone, so if you're listening to this and like, oh my God, that's amazing. I've been wanting to connect with this person, or I've been hoping to meet this person. I feel like this is someone completely new. Like I almost want to say this is unexpected. This individual. They may even be the ones helping with, finding this new mission or this purpose. But I do feel this is someone new coming in that you don't know yet. You will know soon, just not yet. 7 of Fire, this is 7 of Wands. So for some reason today, I feel like this may kind of be an obstacle. I tend to see the 7 of Wands, so 7 of Fire would be the 7 of Wands. I tend to see the 7 of Wands slightly differently. A lot of readers see it as a block. Normally I see it as a kind of rise to your independence. Today, as I look at it, I do think this may be a little bit of a block, only because you're going in a different direction than others would have planned or others would have expected, so to speak. I don't necessarily think this is a complete shift, although it definitely could be. There could be some element of transformation going on where you are kind of shifting into another phase. But I feel like this is you kind of going in a new or unexpected path, so to speak. And it may be slightly unique and unconventional, which may be why you may throw some people off, you may shock a few people with it. This person may be part of that journey. You may have had a fully fledged out plan on where you wanted to go. This person comes into the picture, and then you shift gears a little bit, which may have a little people like, oh, what, who, what, yeah, like. I don't necessarily see this as bad. I don't think there's anything stopping you or anything in your way, but I do think this is kind of a slight redirection that may have some people. People may have some comments. They may have something to say. Don't worry about it. Do what feels right for you. Then we also have the Justice card. So there could be a Libra coming in. You could be working with a Libra. But essentially this is karmic balance. This is, I almost feel something very divine here. Like I almost kind of want to say this is divine timing. And not necessarily a common thing associated with this card, but almost in the way like this is like retribution almost. Like you've been making the shifts, you've been putting in the work, you've been doing, you've been taking the steps. I feel like this is kind of like the retribution indicate. Like I see the universe is almost like I see all the effort you've been putting in. You've been waiting for a while. Things have been falling into place. Now let me kind of unload a few things that we've been storing for you. Like I feel like I'm getting this like retribution. Like the scales are now going to be balanced. because you like it's been a little heavy on your side, like you've been putting the work and doing and doing and doing. Now the reward starts to come in from the other side. All right, 3 of Airs. This is our heartbreak card. This is the 3 of Swords. So to me, I see this as a lot of healing. We're healing from this heartache. And I think part of that, we could have been hurt because of, or I don't want to say hurt, but maybe affecting our trust or our faith because it felt like we were waiting so long. You know, I think that's where this heartache, to me, it's been a long wait, you know, and I almost want to say it's been a long, lonely wait. I think that's kind of what the feeling is around, you know, whatever this divine calling is, whatever this, you know, abundance that we've been trying to call in. I feel like we feel like we've been sitting here waiting for way longer than planned or way longer than expected. I almost want to say, like, don't let that get to you. Like, don't worry about that. That it literally was just part of what needed to happen. And it felt like a lot to carry on your own for a while. And it felt, I almost want to say disheartening, almost kind of like you were like if you could talk to the universe, it was like, I've been doing all of this and it feels like I've been doing it for nothing. Like, that's kind of what I'm getting out of this card, this long overdue wait. I don't think you're going to be waiting for very much longer, especially with these 2 cards coming out the way they did. Yep, right after that, 10 of Fire. So this is laying down the worry, laying down the burden. I almost feel like with all these pages burning up, it's almost like you're burning any of the concerns. You know, you're destroying them and releasing them and letting it go. This is an ending to this pain. This is an ending to the stress and the drama and the conflama of it all, which I like. For all you know, this person coming in may be part of this healing, maybe part of the reason you start to get to come out of this. Look at that. And our special advice, Ace of Water. Your passions, your desires, you know, what truly fulfills you. This is also a card of self-love, taking care of yourself, knowing that you are wonderful and blessed and beautiful, you're in a good place, taking care of yourself, nourishing yourself, which I think a lot of us have been doing for a while as we've waited for, you know, these things to become physical, for these things to manifest. I almost want this to be like your beacon. Like, know that you are loved, know that you are loved, and know that this emotional contentment is yours. Things just needed to fall into place. Everything just wasn't ready just yet. For all you know, maybe a lot of this has to do with this person coming in and they had to sort some things out first. Maybe they had some karmic things that needed to end. Maybe they needed to heal from something. You know, they had to get out of a certain situation before this could be, you know, beneficial for both of you. So that may have been what's going on. Maybe that's why you had to wait for so long, because this other person, you know, needed to come in. Who knows? Like, there's so many things so many variables that are going to be a little more specific to your case. But essentially, this is kind of the end of the wait coming. If I link this to all of our aspects, especially with Wunjo, our rune, this is about personal happiness. This is where that Ace of Water comes in. You know, until this manifests physically, you know, don't think you don't have anything. Don't think you aren't blessed. Don't think you don't have love. Don't think you're not special. Do what makes you happy. Fill your own cup. Your own cup needs to be filled. And I get that from, if any of you watch Saltwater Hills Tarot on YouTube, I get that from her, the fill your own cup. Absolutely love her. But essentially, that's really what this card is saying. Like, know that you are love. You don't have to wait for this abundance to feel content or feel happy or feel like you've made it. Like, you already have all of that within you. This is just the physical manifestation of it coming once these connections are made. So again, listen to your guts, follow your joys, follow your passions, you know, and I almost want to say biggest thing is know that this connection to the divine is very strong with you right now. So if you are getting intuitive prompts, or if you are, you know, feeling really strongly and passionately about certain things, it definitely may be worth pursuing. And by maybe, I'm pretty sure it is. Like, you know, if it's something that excites you, you know, put your energy into that, pursue that, you know, don't don't sit and wait thinking that it's going to be delivered to you. If you are feeling prompted to go in a direction or do a certain thing or start a project, honestly, I would say just start getting into it, start looking into it. So what do I have to do to make this happen? You know, and maybe even make a little to-do list. Like I was saying with the Saturn aspect, if you can be practical about it, assistance will come. So if you can kind of just, all right, this is what I want to do. What do I need? Okay, da 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 da. How do I either get these, find these connections? You know, where do I set all this up? You know, and be really organized about it, but put your energy into it. Start manifesting it for yourself. All right. Super excited. All right, my loves. I'm gonna wrap up the reading here. I am gonna start filming the love readings for March, so I would say probably today, later on today, some of those will start to be getting uploaded, so those will be out very, very soon. I'm excited to do that, especially seeing this Two of Cups here. Definitely has a lot of romance potential in there, so I'm excited to see what comes up for all of us. And again, Ace of Water too, so those will be fun. Sending you guys lots of love. As always, I appreciate all the likes, the comments, the subscribes. I especially love hearing from you. So if anything you want to share, hit me up in the comment section below. You can Instagram or DM me on Instagram. I was going to say Instagram me on DMs. Good Lord. Mercury retrograde, full effect. But you can DM me on Instagram at The Guiding Chariot. And if you want to book a private session with me, all that info will be in the box below. Love you guys. Take care, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.